Hello people and welcome back to the channel. If this is the first time on the channel, a special welcome to you. I ask that you check out the rest of my videos. If you like what you see, give them a thumbs up, leave a comment, but more than anything, I'm asking that you subscribe to the channel. Today I'm talking about what Andrew Holness said, and I'm also going to mention a little bit about what Donald Trump said. So I read somewhere that Andrew Holness made a comment that if he was aware of the 43 or 45 Jamaicans that approached the shore where they were already in the waters of Jamaica and were denied entrance into their native country of Jamaica, Andrew Holness says he would have done things differently. But by the time he found out that they were denied, it was a little too late. When I heard that, I thought that was just, it was both ridiculous and I thought it was also funny. So this vlog is indeed undoubtedly in criticism of Andrew Holness. As you guys know, I've always rated Andrew Holness as Jamaica's best prime minister to me. But even though I've rated him Jamaica's best prime minister, it doesn't mean that I don't criticize Andrew Holness, especially when he treats Jamaican people or treats the public as if nobody has a brain to actually think. I mean, this one is really to Andrew Holness. Andrew Holness is saying, I'm going to repeat it, he's pretty much saying he would have not denied them entry. He pretty much would have let them in the country, but by the time he found out, it was a little too late. Late? I mean, Andrew Holness, have you ever seen a ship depart a port before? I am sure that people that's watching my channel, we have been to airports and we have been in a waving gallery. We have sent people off bye-bye and seen how quick a plane departs from the runway. It doesn't work the same way as how a ship departs from a port. Even if we should compare a car, you know, we've had visitors before and they say, hey, see you later, I'm about to head out. And by the time we wanted to say something to them, the car or the motorcycle were long gone. Ships, boats, with the exception of speedboats, doesn't work that way. So I don't know what Andrew Holness is talking about. If he believes that the decision to deny Jamaicans entry into Jamaica were wrong, all that was required was a phone call or to contact the ship. Ships doesn't move that fast. So Andrew Holness is acting like by the time I learned that the Jamaicans were denied, the ship was nowhere in sight or the ship was nowhere reachable. And I found that to be a lie. I found that to be unbelieving. It's hard to believe that. It's hard to learn an hour or even a day later that Jamaican people were denied entrance into their country and the ship was out of touch. These Jamaicans desire to be home. And Andrew Holness' desire is to have his Jamaican people home. So what's the big deal here? I don't see the big deal. It's very easy. Could you all just turn back around? We've made a mistake. So by Andrew Holness selling that, I'm not believing it, people. So now I've read, well, shout out to my subscribers who actually inform me on the status of what was going on with the Jamaicans and that they were denied entry into Portugal. So my subscribers informed me that they were denied entry into Portugal. And what I've read, what the news have updated me with is that now they are in the waters of England waiting on a quarantine period to be let in the country of England or not. I can't rely on newspaper. I can't rely on the news for accurate information because at one point I heard that it was 45 Jamaicans and I heard that no one on the ship was positively infected or showing symptoms of any illnesses. Then the next thing I read that it was not 45 Jamaicans, it is 43 Jamaicans. And some of them were showing positive signs and symptoms of illnesses. So I don't know what to believe. So I hate being misinformed, because when I come up on my channel and I quote a number or I quote a specific thing or a status, then I can't go back and change that. I have to come back on my channel and do a brand new video just to correct myself. Anyway, let me know how you guys feel about the excuse, because that's what I call it. Or it's an excuse for me, but let me know how you feel about the statement that the Prime Minister of Jamaica has made regarding these 43 or 45 Jamaican ship workers that are still stuck in no man's land. They are still stuck on a boat in the waters of England. So they are not British. So England don't have to take them. And our presumptuous of Jamaica or whoever it is to think that Portugal would take them. They're not Portuguese. They belong in Jamaica. They are Jamaicans. They are Jamaicans national. And whether they're sick or no sick, in this pandemic, at this time, there's only one place that should not be saying no to them, is home. And home is where their passport shows. Home is the land of their birth. Home is Jamaica. So again, this video is to ridicule Andrew Holness's statement of it was too late. It's not too late, because I'm sure that the captain of the ship would have turned around the ship just to get his 43 or 45 Jamaicans home. From my reading and my understanding, the goal of their mission was to get everybody on the ship home. And home, which was Jamaica, did not accept them people. Anyway, before I go, I also have to touch what Donald Trump is saying, because I found what Donald Trump is saying also ridiculous. A lot of people see me as anti-Donald Trump. I'm not a fan of Donald Trump, and I've said it many times on my channel. But not being a fan of someone or something does not necessarily mean I'm anti the person or anti the thing. Donald Trump is the United States of America's current president, and as long as he's going to be in the spotlight to a critic and a public speaker such as myself, Donald Trump's name and his activity will always be under a scope by me. Anyway, when Donald Trump came into power as the US president, one of Donald Trump's first mission was to rid all immigrants from the United States of America. And that showed the true color of who Donald Trump is and what was priority on his list as an American president whose intention was to make America great again. Making America great again, in Donald Trump's view, was getting rid of immigrants. Now, years later, while Donald Trump is still in office, the world is facing a pandemic, people. And the Don's last solution of controlling the pandemic or having the pandemic not spread any wider is to ban immigration. I find that funny. And the reason why I find it funny was because it tells me that the Don is using the pandemic as an excuse to get his mission that failed the first time done. That's all I see. I mean, this is not only about Donald Trump. When I overview all the United States of America's government, whether Republican or Democrat, all the presidents that has once reigned, when I look closely at the American presidents who have reigned over the years, the only thing I see is that every American president that have reigned, during their time in office, the world always faces some static, some conflict surrounding their personal interests. When George Bush Jr. was in power, it was oil. When Bill Clinton was in power, it was about the World Trade Center. When Barack was in power, what was it? Barack, in my opinion, was kind of like another Bill Clinton reign. But when Barack was in power, I'm trying to figure what was the thing? Was I don't want to make it seem as if Barack era was neutral, because I'm sure it wasn't neutral, but I just can't come off the top of my head with anything that was obvious. It was during Barack's era that Osama bin Laden was taken down. So there you go. Does that relate to Barack's personal interest? I don't know. But back to who I'm talking about. Back to Trump. Trump initiated a ban on immigration. Well, not a ban, an expulsion of immigrants when he first came into power. And because that didn't work, now with a pandemic, I see that Trump is trying to use the pandemic as a genuine reason to ban immigration. Let me know if you see it my way or not, because you know in this channel, people, I appreciate your agreement or your disagreement. Anyway, before I go, let me big up 2 of my subscribers. Big up yourself to the maximum. First and foremost, I want to big up Supreme TV. And the reason why I'm bigging up Supreme TV, I want to tell you thank you very much for supporting me on my Patreon. And likewise, I would love to big up Karen. Karen, big up yourself, and thank you very much for contributing to my Patreon. Big up yourself to the maximum. Anyway, people, that's pretty much it for now. Let me know what you think about my video. Let me know what you think about today's rant, because as you know on this channel, I accept thumbs up, I accept thumbs down. I accept agreement and disagreement, because at the end of the day, people, each one teach one. You've reached the end of my video, and that in itself is a support that I truly appreciate. And while I'm at it, I will take this time out to let you guys know other ways that you can support my channel. The first and simplest way that you can support my channel is by giving this video a thumbs up. And the second and most important way that you can support this channel is by hitting that subscribe button and subscribe to my channel and follow me through my YouTube journey. Other ways that you can support my channel is by going to my Teespring online store and buying some of my merch. And another way that you guys can also support this channel is by joining me in Patreon to give me a contribution to support what I do on YouTube and what I do to entertain you guys. Once again, I want to thank you guys for your continuous support and ask that you join me, ENT Sebast, on YouTube and see where my journey takes me. Until next time, people, peace.